The Rise and Fall of the Aztec Empire, Myths, Rituals, and Legacy. Welcome to the astonishing world of the Aztec Empire, one of the most extraordinary civilizations to ever shape the landscape of history. Today, we'll embark on an immersive journey, a story steeped in myths, powered by rituals, and humming with the pulse of gods, warriors, and a thriving society. Dive deep as we unravel the vibrant world of the Aztecs, their meteoric rise to power, their fascinating traditions, and their ultimate demise at the hands of European conquerors. Let us begin, as they did, with a vision: the eagle, the cactus, and the snake, a sign that led to their greatest city and their enduring legacy. The Founding of Tenochtitlan. At the heart of the Aztec origin story lies a divine prophecy. Legend has it that the Aztecs, then a wandering group known as the Mexica, were instructed by their sun and war god, Huitzilopochtli, to search for a sign signaling their future homeland. This sign? An eagle perched on a cactus, devouring a snake. After a grueling migration across Mesoamerica, the Mexica stumbled upon a swampy island in the middle of Lake Texcoco. There, against all odds, they saw the divine eagle. To others, the location may have seemed inhospitable, but to the Mexica, it was a sacred directive. And thus, in 1325, they began building Tenochtitlan, the city that would become their mighty capital. Situated amidst vast canals and connected by causeways, Tenochtitlan was an engineering marvel. The Aztecs created artificial agricultural islands known as chinampas, which not only allowed them to farm efficiently, but also secured fresh food for their growing population. What began as a humble settlement would soon rise into a metropolis of splendor, a city whose magnificence rivaled any in Europe at the time. Aztec beliefs and mythology. The fabric of Aztec society was interwoven with its rich and complex mythology. To the Aztecs, gods governed every aspect of existence: life, death, the harvest, the rains, and even the sun's journey across the sky. At the center of their pantheon was Huitzilopochtli, the sun god and god of war. He was not merely a celestial figure, he was the driving force of the Mexica people, whose survival depended on pleasing him. They believed that to ensure the continuation of the world, Huitzilopochtli needed sustenance, human blood, and hearts. Equally significant was Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, a god of wisdom, wind, and creation. Unlike Huitzilopochtli, Quetzalcoatl was considered a more benevolent deity, celebrated for bringing knowledge and balance. The coexistence of these two gods, one fierce and demanding, the other wise and nurturing, embodied the duality of Aztec life. Other gods also played critical roles. Tlaloc, the rain god, was both a provider and a destroyer, capable of granting life-giving rains or unleashing devastating storms. Coatlicue, the mother of gods, symbolized both creation and destruction. Through their myths, the Aztecs sought to explain their world, make sense of their place in the cosmos, and honor the cycles of existence. Rituals that defined the Aztec world. Perhaps no aspect of Aztec culture captures the imagination like their rituals, particularly human sacrifices, a tradition both celebrated and misunderstood. The Aztecs believed that the universe was in perpetual danger of falling apart. To prevent this cosmic catastrophe, they offered human lives as a debt to the gods who kept the world spinning. Sacrificial ceremonies were elaborate and deeply spiritual. Aztec priests would conduct these rituals atop towering pyramids, offering the beating hearts of warriors to Huitzilopochtli. These sacrifices were seen as a divine necessity, a way to ensure the continuation of the sun, the rains, and life itself. Beyond sacrifice, the Aztecs performed other significant rituals. The new fire ceremony, held every 52 years, marked the end of one solar cycle and the beginning of another. During this event, All fires across the empire were extinguished before being relit from a sacred flame, a symbolic rebirth for the entire civilization. Temples and pyramids were not only places of worship, but also cosmic centers, connecting the heavens, the earth, and the underworld. These rituals, though often harsh to modern sensibilities, reflected an unparalleled devotion to their gods and their worldview. Daily life in the Aztec Empire. Away from the grandiosity of temples and rituals, the lives of ordinary Aztecs revolved around agriculture, trade, and community. The majority of Aztecs were commoners who worked the land. Using the Chinampa system, farmers cultivated maize, beans, squash, and other staples, which supported a thriving population. Marketplaces formed the heartbeat of Aztec cities. Tlatelolco, adjacent to Tenochtitlan, hosted one of the largest markets in the empire, where merchants traded everything from cacao beans to obsidian tools. This bustling trade network enabled goods to flow across Mesoamerica, connecting distant regions through commerce and culture. Social hierarchy structured Aztec life. Nobles and priests held elite positions, while warriors earned significant honor and privileges through battlefield achievements. Commoners made up the backbone of society, while slaves were often prisoners of war or debtors. Yet even within this stratified system, Aztecs valued hard work, loyalty, and devotion. Technological innovations also played a role in their daily life. From their intricate calendar systems to their sophisticated canals and aqueducts, the Aztecs demonstrated remarkable ingenuity. Every aspect of life, whether farming, trading, or governing, was imbued with purpose and precision. Aztec Warfare. Warfare was central to the Aztec way of life. Their armies not only expanded the empire's territory, but also captured prisoners to be offered as sacrifices. For the Aztecs, battlefield victory was less about territorial conquest and more about spiritual and political dominance. The army was a disciplined and hierarchical force. Young men trained rigorously to become warriors, with the bravest rising to the prestigious ranks of Jaguar and Eagle warriors. These elite soldiers donned elaborate outfits made from animal pelts and feathers, striking awe and fear into their enemies. Aztec military campaigns were brutal yet highly strategic. They used psychological tactics, such as overwhelming enemies with their sheer numbers and war cries. Their victories secured tributes from conquered city-states, further enriching the empire and showcasing their dominance. But even the most powerful warriors could not anticipate the challenge looming on the horizon. A foreign force was about to appear on their shores, bringing a new kind of war, one that would seal the empire's fate. Spanish arrival and the Conquest. In 1519, Hernán Cortés arrived in the Aztec domain with a small band of Spanish conquistadors. Initially regarded as an ambassador of godly powers, possibly the returning Quetzalcoatl, Cortés was welcomed into the empire with a mixture of awe and apprehension. The Spanish, however, sought more than diplomacy. Cortés forged alliances with rival indigenous groups who resented Aztec domination. Together, they mounted a campaign against Tenochtitlan. The encounter between Emperor Moctezuma II and Cortés remains one of history's most pivotal and tragic moments. Moctezuma's attempts at diplomacy were met with treachery, and soon violence erupted. Smallpox, brought by the Spanish, swept through the Aztec population, decimating their numbers and sowing chaos. In 1521, after months of siege, starvation, and relentless assaults, Tenochtitlan fell. The city was razed, marking the end of the Aztec Empire and the beginning of Spanish colonization. The legacy of the Aztecs. While the Aztec Empire perished, its cultural legacy endures. Traces of their civilization can still be found in modern Mexico, from architectural ruins to linguistic influences. The symbols of their foundation, the eagle, the cactus, and the snake, live on in Mexico's national flag, a testament to their enduring identity. The Aztecs' myths, rituals, and innovations continue to fascinate historians and inspire storytellers. Their resilience, creativity, and devotion to their gods remind us of humanity's unyielding spirit to seek meaning in the cosmos. The Aztecs were far more than their pyramids, sacrifices, and warfare. They were visionaries who carved out a vibrant civilization against all odds. By exploring their rise and fall, we gain not only a greater appreciation for their world, but also a deeper understanding of how myths, rituals, and legacy shape us all. History is not just a record of the past, it is a storybook of human ambition, triumph, and tragedy. Through the lens of the Aztec Empire, we glimpse not only the rich tapestry of their lives, but also reflections of our own. Thank you for joining us on this immersive journey.